When no one told our stories, we built our own press. In the vast tapestry of American history, black voices have often been silenced, ignored, or distorted. Yet, from the ashes of exclusion arose a powerful renaissance of black media, a beacon illuminating truths unspoken and lives unseen. This is the story of resilience, creativity, and unyielding determination. A journey from the glossy pages of Jet magazine to the dynamic streams of YouTube. It is a chronicle of how black media has not only documented history, but shaped identity, challenged injustice, and nurtured a community's soul. In every frame, every word, every pixel, the power of black media pulses with the heartbeat of a people who refused to be invisible. This episode invites you to witness that evolution, to feel the weight of stories told with courage, and to understand the profound impact of representation in a world too long told by others. The early 20th century is a time of profound contradiction for black Americans. The nation is rife with segregation, lynching, and systemic erasure, yet it is also a time of cultural awakening. Amidst these harsh realities, black newspapers emerge as vital lifelines. Publications like the Chicago Defender and the Pittsburgh Courier do more than report news. They give voice to a people fighting for dignity. These newspapers become forums where pain, hope, and resistance intertwine. They travel beyond city limits, reaching black communities hungry for truth and connection. Here, the press is a lifeline, a weapon, and a sanctuary. It is the first step in a long journey toward media self-determination, where black narratives are not filtered through white perspectives, but told authentically by and for black Americans themselves. The post-World War II era ushers in a new chapter with the birth of Jet magazine in 1951. Founded by John H. Johnson, Jet is revolutionary, not only as a weekly news magazine, but as a cultural force. In its glossy pages, the trials and triumphs of black life are celebrated and scrutinized with unprecedented depth and nuance. From the front lines of the civil rights movement to the glamour of black entertainers, Jet captures a spectrum of black experiences that mainstream media ignores. It offers something rare: affirmation. Jet's images and stories declare that black life is complex, beautiful, and worthy of attention. It becomes a mirror and a megaphone, reflecting the community's realities and amplifying their voices. Through Jet, Black America begins to see itself in ways that stir pride and inspire action. Jet's coverage of the civil rights movement transforms the magazine into more than just a publication. It becomes a historical archive. The brutal images of Emmett Till's open casket, the stirring reports of sit-ins and marches, the profiles of leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. and Rosa Parks. These pages bear witness to a struggle that reshapes a nation. Jet does not just chronicle events, it contextualizes the fight for freedom within the lived experiences of everyday people. The magazine's readers are not distant observers. They are participants, emboldened by the stories that reflect their own courage and pain. In a country where white-owned media often sanitized or ignored black suffering, Jet's fearless journalism pierces the veil of silence and compels the nation to reckon with its conscience. As the 20th century advances, television begins to dominate American culture, yet black representation remains scarce and stereotyped. Enter black-owned television networks and programs that seek to counteract this erasure. Shows like Soul in the 1970s offer a platform for black artists, thinkers, and activists to share their stories on their own terms. These programs create spaces where black identity is celebrated in its full complexity, rejecting the caricatures that mainstream media had long perpetuated. They inspire a generation to imagine new possibilities for black expression and visibility. This era marks a pivotal shift, from print to moving images, where the power of representation expands, reaching wider audiences and challenging entrenched narratives with vibrant authenticity. The rise of Black radio is another critical thread in this tapestry. Stations like WEL's in New York and KLHA in Los Angeles become cultural hubs, blending music, news, and community dialogue. Radio hosts cultivate intimate relationships with their listeners, weaving stories of Black life into daily soundscapes. This auditory space fosters a sense of belonging and empowerment, bridging geographic and social divides. The radio waves carry the rhythms of Black culture, jazz, soul, hip-hop, while also amplifying voices advocating for justice and equality. In these moments, media transcends mere information. It becomes a living, breathing entity that nurtures identity, resilience, and solidarity within the Black community. The digital revolution at the dawn of the 21st century presents both challenges and opportunities for Black media. Traditional outlets face economic pressures, while the internet offers unprecedented access and democratization of content creation. Black bloggers, podcasters, and independent journalists seize this moment to reclaim narratives in vibrant new forms. Platforms like The Root and Blavity emerge, blending news, culture, and commentary with an unapologetic Black perspective. These digital spaces become vital forums for discourse, creativity, and activism. They reflect a generation unafraid to confront systemic injustice, celebrate Black excellence, and disrupt conventional media gatekeeping. Here, the power of Black storytelling finds new life, nimble, immediate, and far-reaching. Among the most transformative forces in contemporary Black media is YouTube. This platform shatters traditional barriers, enabling creators to reach global audiences directly. Black YouTubers, from beauty vloggers to political commentators, craft narratives that resonate with authenticity and nuance. Channels like The Grapevine and personalities like Khalif Adams carve out spaces where Black culture is celebrated and reimagined. The intimacy of video fosters connection, while the immediacy of comments and shares builds community and dialogue. This new frontier empowers individuals to define themselves beyond stereotypes, challenging mainstream media's narrow portrayals. On YouTube, Black media is no longer just a mirror or megaphone. It is a dynamic, interactive force shaping culture in real time. Yet, this digital empowerment is not without its complexities. Algorithms can invisibilize Black content or funnel it into echo chambers. Monetization models often disadvantage creators of color. Still, Black content creators persist, innovating ways to sustain their work and expand their reach. Collaborations, crowdfunding, and cross-platform storytelling become strategies to navigate and subvert systemic inequities within the digital landscape. But in this struggle, the spirit of earlier generations, the founders of JET, the pioneers of Black radio and television, can be felt. The same tenacity that demanded a place at the media table now fuels a bold reclamation of digital space. Through adversity, Black media continues to evolve, reflecting the resilience and ingenuity at the heart of this ongoing roots renaissance. Representation in media is not merely about visibility, it is about power. The power to shape perception, influence culture, and assert humanity. Black media's journey reveals that telling one's own story is an act of resistance and liberation. It dismantles harmful myths and constructs narratives that honor complexity and wholeness. Every article, broadcast, and video contributes to a collective memory that sustains identity across generations. This media legacy is a testament to the enduring strength of Black communities who have, time and again, refused invisibility. It reminds us that when voices rise from the margins, they illuminate the path toward justice and understanding for all. As we look to the future, the landscape of Black media continues to transform at a dizzying pace. Emerging technologies, podcasts, streaming services, virtual reality offer new canvases for storytelling. Younger generations inherit a rich lineage of media pioneers whose struggles and triumphs paved the way. They carry forward the mission to document, celebrate, and critique Black life with honesty and artistry. In classrooms, boardrooms, and living rooms, the impact of Black media ripples outward, influencing how history is taught, how culture is consumed, and how communities connect. This ongoing roots renaissance is not static. It is alive, vibrant, and vital, promising new chapters yet unwritten. The power of Black media, born out of necessity, nurtured by courage, and propelled by innovation, reminds us that stories have the power to build worlds. From the ink-stained pages of Jet magazine, where Black America first saw itself reflected with dignity, to the glowing screens of YouTube, where new voices forge identities and inspire change. This media renaissance is a testament to perseverance. It is a call to honor the past, engage the present, and envision a future where Black narratives are woven seamlessly into the fabric of our shared humanity. When no one told our stories, we built our own press, and through that, we reclaimed our place in history, culture, and the world. This is more than a story of media. It is a story of survival, empowerment, and hope. It is a living archive of lives lived fully, struggles endured, and dreams pursued. The power of Black media continues to shape how we see ourselves and each other. It demands recognition, respect, and support, not just from Black communities, but from all who seek a just and inclusive society. As the screens glow and the pages turn, the roots renaissance flourishes, reminding us that the stories we tell define who we are and who we can become. In the end, when no one told our stories, we didn't just wait for history. We made history ourselves. This has been Roots Renaissance. See you in the next chapter.